Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Superman and Lois, and yeah, there's some stuff to talk about. So over the past couple of hours, actually but several hours or so, a brand new trailer for Superman and Lois was released, which will probably be like the final big trailer release, like anything over like 30 seconds, and we'll probably see a few smaller promo spots here and there in the lead up to the big 2 hour series premiere event in about 2 weeks from now. Might be wrong, they might release another big trailer in like a week from now, but that's just my prediction. And just for those that need to, need that reminder, that 90 minutes of that 2 hour premiere event is dedicated to the airing of the episode. The episode itself will be about like 60 to 65 minutes with ads. And then there is a special about Superman and his legacy, and I think just live action in general, and maybe the comics as well, that will fill that remaining 30 minutes. But the episode is first off. If you don't overly care about that special thing, that'll come afterwards. Now, you might have noticed, like, hold on, why aren't you playing the trailer? That's usually what you do in a trailer breakdown. Now, I'm only playing it on screen as a start of the video rather than playing it by itself with audio and everything like that, due to the fact that it has a well-known song playing through pretty much the entire trailer that would have had my video either claimed or even taken down. So that's why I didn't do a video straight away. I was just wondering what to do, and I thought, we'll do a breakdown, just won't put the trailer in. And the truth is that I actually woke up early for the release of the trailer to do a video straight away, and as soon as I heard the song, I went straight back to bed. But here we are now, and it's time to break it down. Now, they were sort of pushing out there that there's a new synopsis, and I think overall this is new. It looks really familiar to me, but apparently it's new. So apparently it's something new that the CW released, so we will read it out as we normally do if there is a synopsis to talk about. But of course, throughout the video, be sure to know your various opinions in the comment section down below on this trailer. Which one, which part caught your eye? What are you excited about the most? And everything like that. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video and you enjoyed the trailer, why not drop a like on it to show your support? After years of facing megalomaniacal villains, monsters wreaking havoc on Metropolis, and alien invaders intent on wiping out the human race, the world's most famous superhero, the Man of Steel, aka Clark Kent, and comic books' most famous journalist, Lois Lane, come face to face with one of their greatest challenges ever, dealing with all the stress, pressures, and complexities that come with being working parents in today's society. Complicating the already daunting job of raising two boys, Clark and Lois must also concern themselves with whether or not their sons, Jonathan and Jordan, could inherit their father's Kryptonian superpowers as they grow older. Returning to Smallville to handle some Kent family business, Clark and Lois are reacquainted with Lana Lang, a local loan officer who also happens to be Clark's first love, and her fire chief husband, Kyle Cushing. The adults aren't the only ones rediscovering old friendships in Smallville, as the Kent sons are reacquainted with Lana and Kyle's rebellious daughter, Sarah. Of course, there's never a dull moment in the life of a superhero, especially with Lois's father, General Samuel Lane, looking for Superman to vanquish a villain or save the day at a moment's notice. Meanwhile, Superman and Lois's return to idyllic Smallville is set to be upended when both a mysterious stranger and impassioned self-made mogul, Morgan Edge, enter their lives. So yeah, quite a mouthful there in regards to a synopsis, but in regards to what we see in the trailer, the first thing we do is actually meet Sarah Cushing. We actually haven't seen her in a trailer before. We'd seen Lana Lang, but we hadn't met Sarah Cushing, which is the eldest daughter of Lana Lang, which the synopsis does will just say straight up. Now, she will obviously be hanging out with the twins of Jordan and Jonathan, and as once again the synopsis says, it's a reacquaintance. It's not like a new friendship. They obviously might not have seen each other for a few years or many years, but they remember each other from their childhood. Now, obviously, she's saying that like just Smallville sucks, so welcome to the suckiest town in Suckville and everything like that. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how the boys respond to that, like them going to school as well, which I'm sure we'll see at some point. I don't know if it's going to be like straight out of the gate, but they'll probably go to Smallville High or something at some point. Now, in the lead up to the show being made, Sarah was meant to have like attempted suicide, which could like tie in with the character, maybe a storyline there. Not 100% sure if that's going to be kept in the show or not. We'll have to wait and see, but apparently it's meant to be like a big part of her history and it still affects her today. So I guess it's in there that they just won't reveal in the trailer. It'll be revealed maybe in the pilot episode or a few episodes in season 1, something like that. Now, we do see Clark and Lois leaving the Daily Planet, appearing to be talking about whether or not to reveal, to their sons about their father being Superman, which Lois does point out is actually more dangerous if they don't know, which could be suggesting that they have the powers themselves possibly, which once again that synopsis sort of suggests. But I guess at this point, when they're having this conversation in the elevator, like, do they know they're moving to Smallville, or is this like a conversation that they would have had even if they were going to stay in Metropolis? So that's fairly interesting, and I do wonder if there's any signs that at least one of the sons has powers, and that's maybe why Lois brings it up. Or they could be talking about someone completely different. Maybe they're like, should we reveal to the Daily Planet that you're Superman? I highly doubt that's the conversation happening, but they don't mention names, so maybe it could be. Highly doubt it though. Now we do have that Superman reveal scene, which we've seen in another promo and a couple of other smaller promos that are airing on the CW at the moment, as well as some promo images. But we have some Bachman Turner overdrive thrown over the top, which is always better. Now, I think this is going to be a fairly cool scene. I really do hope the music, like the score that they play over it, is really nice, because it could be a really cool Superman moment, but that's what I'm hoping at least. But as Clark does say, he thinks that it's going to keep his family together and that he just couldn't lie about it anymore. But he's talking to General Sam Lane about it, and Sam Lane does point it out very well that it does have the potential, to tear the family apart. And I'm sure we'll see both aspects of that in potential outcomes in the show at points. You know, one will probably reign supreme, but I don't think it's going to be clear, oh yeah, it's just 100% fine. It was a good secret to reveal. I think it's probably for the most part going to be better that we revealed it, but there's going to be that small, like, or even like a good like chunk, maybe like a 25% chunk or something like that, which, you know, of the time where it's just like, okay, well, there's some bad stuff happening, you know, it was probably better to hide it so you keep that at bay. So it's going to be interesting to see how the show balances that and everything like that. But I don't think it's going to be all, you know, clean going forward in regards to that. There's definitely going to be some tension after that reveal. And I think that's mainly going to be relating to Jordan Kent, which is the one you can see on screen at the moment. Like, I'm sure it's going to take a while for people to get used to like Jonathan and Jordan, especially because their names are both start with J. So it's going to be, I think it's going to take a couple of episodes to people to 100% know which one's Jonathan, which one's Jordan. But I think all this, like the tension stuff, is relating to the Jordan character, who will be their son that suffers with some like social and mental issues, like social anxiety and everything like that. So I think his powers might be like mental based or something like that. Like they won't be like, oh, I'm really, really strong and everything like that. It'll be like, oh, maybe he can move stuff with his head, like telekinesis or something along those lines. So he's going to be struggling with that. And that's maybe why they think he has these issues in the past, when really it was like his powers slowly coming out, or his body fighting the urge for those powers to come out. Now, it seems that this shot here is the boys finding their father's ship that he came to Earth on in the barn. Like, the barn is usually where the ship is, and it's usually under the barn. So I do wonder if, like, Clark or Superman tells them about it, or whether they get drawn to it. That'll be interesting. Or maybe because they get near it, maybe it makes a sound. And that maybe then leads to the Superman reveal scene. It's like, well, why is there a big ship there? And then he has to reveal that he's Superman. So that'd be interesting if he's actually sort of forced to reveal that he's Superman because they actually find the ship, rather than him being like set on doing it himself. That'd be fairly interesting, and sort of maybe throw a spanner in the works compared to that elevator scene that we see earlier. Now, there are multiple cool Superman shots in this trailer, as you would expect, with some Superman action shots as well. They do double down on the like the red heat vision being a thing on the show, not the blue that we'd seen before in Supergirl and other places Superman has shown up. Like, he's had the blue heat vision the rest of the time, so now he has the red one, which people wanted. So they're changing things up. I think from this Superman, taken from like what we saw in Supergirl and some other stuff, is going to be they're going to change up the canon a bit. Maybe they'll just like change things around. Maybe history-wise, there's already some recasts for certain characters that appeared previously in the Arrowverse as well. Like, it's still in the Arrowverse, but they're definitely doing their own thing at the same time. Now, we do have Lois Lane saying the world will always need Superman, but right now, the family needs him more. Now, obviously, we don't know the context of this and when she's saying and everything like that, but I have no problem with this line at all. I've seen people complaining online about it, which I thought was strange, and maybe just trying to complain for the sake of it. That's what it seemed like. I do think that's going to be one of the more intriguing things heading into the show, like how they balance all of the Superman stuff with the Clark Kent stuff, and then the family life in Smallville as well. From everything I've heard about the pilot, it's a really healthy balance, and if the rest of the show is based off how they manage it in the pilot, then it's going to be a very entertaining show, because some people have already seen the pilot. Some press got the pilot sent out to them about half a week ago or something like that. I think it was pretty much like it'd be a week tomorrow or something like that they got it sent out to them. So from everything I've heard, it's got a really healthy balance. So hopefully that continues through the entire run for this season and the show in general. Now we do see that mysterious stranger character getting pelted with bullets by military folk. No damage done, so that suit's pretty overpowered. But then we see him manhandling Superman, and you can see the size difference here as well. So it's a big suit. So I'm interested to see the action scene between them, not only in the pilot episode that we'll get, but also just the show in general as we go forward throughout this season. I'm very curious to see how that's handled, because he looks fairly big. I didn't think he was that big in the suit, but when you see him just grabbing Superman by the throat there, you're like, oh my god, he actually is pretty damn big. But overall, my thoughts on this trailer, like, I think this was a solid trailer. I wish I could have actually just shown it to you on the video, but of course, they decided to be like, we'll chuck a really well-known copyrighted song in there. So yeah, work around that, page, mate, work around that. But I'm excited for the show. As I said, we're just over 2 weeks away from it. And hopefully you guys are looking forward to it as well. And yeah, let's cross our fingers that it meets our expectations, but I think it will. So I'm looking forward to it. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like and it shows support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions in the comment section down below about this trailer, which was your favorite part and everything like that. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.